Hey guys! I don't know where to look right now. Hello. Welcome to Pretty Little Liars, the after show. Stephanie's just making us laugh
She's
as
just
per
showing off her
usual.
tan hands.
She's hilarious. Literally
tan.
hilarious. Okay, you guys, Pretty Little Liars, the after show. We are here. We are live, ready to talk about tonight's episode. I'm your host, Sinead de Vries, and I got my pretty little talkers here with me. Over here I got Mova.
Hi, I'm good. Is this our two shot?
I don't
even know
know
what's happening.
Honestly,
Cameras
don't
are
know.
off.
That's your single. That's your single.
There you go.
That's my single. All right. I guess I'll find
Meg,
out.
right over here.
Guys.
And Steph.
Yo, babies.
Stephanie's hands are extremely tan.
So
That's because she gets gel manicures.
I know, but it's not
to
good
make
for
sure
you.
she's
The
exposed to
dip
the
powder.
UV light.
You guys, the dip powder is better for you because you don't have to use the UV light, and your hands won't look.
Okay,
faster,
but like if
older
we're being
faster.
honest, you going under UV light on your hands like once, every 2 months
No,
cannot
every
be that
month.
bad.
And I'd rather look older and be having tan hands
Oh
now.
my God.
Like, I'll deal with
Anyway.
it when I'm 60.
And there's your role model moment for the day. All right, you guys, seriously, let's get into tonight's episode of PLL. All right, so kind of the biggest thing of the episode, what we were looking forward to most.
Oh God, it's gonna be a giggly episode.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
I don't know.
Do it.
Why are you
I
laughing?
feel like all the things we were talking about before we went live. We're talking about births, guys.
Yeah.
Birth. Anyway.
Honestly,
placentas,
yeah, it
like
got
eggs
real
you
for a
eat.
second
It did get
talking about
real.
like placentas and amniotic sacs.
Anyways, back to our 70-minute
Low-key,
show.
I'm like, nosh, but it's fine.
show, though, you guys.
It does have to do with the
does.
show.
It does. It really does.
birth,
All right. So,
pregnancy.
biggest thing of tonight's episode, and the thing that we were most looking forward to a couple weeks ago, was the fact that Ren
Yes.
is back.
Ren
And
is
he cut
back.
his hair. I don't
Back
like the
again.
haircut. I mean, he's still hot.
Ren is
He's
back.
so hot.
Tell your friends. Hey guys,
Ren
Ren's
is
back.
back. Ren is back. Ren is back. Ren is back. Na na na.
I liked it.
I just feel like you really shouldn't mess with Eminem's originals. Okay.
Mine was
I have
great.
a soft spot for it. But yeah, no, Ren is back. And I was really looking forward to him coming back, and I almost like the way that they set this up because obviously Ren is in the airport with Spencer.
We never guessed an
Weird.
airport, guys. We were like, it's a jail, it's like a restaurant that only
Yeah.
has water, airport.
Yeah, and I
I
just
definitely
like.
knew it was an airport that whole time.
You did.
I mean,
No,
during
now,
tonight's
but
episode,
before.
2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
Well, we didn't get it because
why
it
not?
was delayed.
Were we all there?
She's like, wait a second, guys. Am I the only smart one here? Like, it was definitely an airport.
Jesus.
I love
All right.
it.
Well, we didn't get it because it didn't make sense, you guys. Why
No.
would they meet at the airport?
No, and I really like it because I almost feel like there's so much. I know, you're like, I definitely knew it was an airport the entire time.
Like half paying attention.
I really like it because I felt like Spencer played it so cool, or she was trying to play it so cool with Ezra, and she's like, oh yeah, no, and he's like, oh, I had a crazy delay, and blah, 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 and she's like, all right, well, it would be really cool if we could keep this between us.
Weird.
I feel like there's so much more to that story.
There's so much more. There's no way that Spencer can just find out, like, oh, basically, I found out that you're guilty. Like, Nick, or
Yeah.
what's his
Ren.
name?
Marco.
No, Marco. You're guilty. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, I need to go to the airport and meet up with Ren. Like, that was so fishy.
And someone brought this up too, but like, why didn't she just tell the girl? Like, why
Why
should she
keep
be
it?
keeping
Yeah.
that a secret? Because wasn't she trying to find out? Wasn't she trying to find out? Wasn't she trying to find out from Ren how he like helped Charles into Radley or something?
Yeah. So Ren had helped Charlotte sneak into Radley.
That's
Ren helped
supposedly what they were
That
talking
was the
about.
story.
Like,
that
But why
she
would she not tell the
gave.
girls that though?
They know that. She didn't want the girls to know that she had met up with him privately.
why?
But
why?
that's
Right.
what I'm
Why?
saying. If she was trying to get that info,
Yeah,
which is on
and it's-
behalf of all of them,
Totally.
just tell them.
And it's something that they all know. It's
Yeah.
common knowledge.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
not just be honest and open about it? Which just makes me feel like, and obviously Spencer and Ren have a romantic history. There's a lot of things going on between Ren and connection to her family and Melissa. And I was really hoping that we would see Melissa too in this episode. But you know where Ren is, she's not far behind. I know that they're not together anymore as far as we know, but it would really be great to see her back.
Also, side
Yeah.
note, Ezra and Ren, you guys, I don't think knew each other.
See,
I know
I
that was a
think
theory.
I know you guys don't think that they know each other, but I think that they might, and I
love
love
your
that
theory.
theory.
Well, okay, explain your
I'll
theory.
explain the theory. So you guys came up with a theory that what's in the Arya's file that nobody knows about is the fact that she had an abortion because obviously it was illegal for her to be with Ezra at the time because she was a minor, blah, blah, blah. So she got the abortion. That's a theory you guys came up with. What if Ren was the doctor that aborted the baby? And that's how Ezra and Ren know each other. I think that would be a great storyline.
Right, it would be great, but I don't feel like they knew each other. And like, out of all the doctors in Rosewood, why would you go to some doctor that you kind of know, like, you know, degrees away?
True.
And he barely spoke in this episode too, and I was really looking forward to his British accent.
Maybe he did it for her because she was like, we need to keep this under wraps.
Arya, I'll do it for free.
And then she was like, okay. How hot was he though?
Ren's gonna get free abortion.
It's literally not even kind of funny. But I would understand why Arya especially wouldn't want to bring up an abortion at this time, because Emily and Allison are going through this right now, so I could see that. But more than anything, you're right, because AD did tell Arya when AD was being Arya in those FaceTimes, which also, like, hilarious, corny, but whatever. She told AD the thing told Arya, we are Ezra's one file away from going to jail.
Yeah.
So there has to be something incriminating in those files.
Right.
Ashley had really strong opinions.
I just keep thinking about the FaceTime. It's like, Arya, we are one file away from...
That's totally Paige, you guys. It was Paige's voice. It was Paige's bottom half of her face. Like, it's totally Paige.
I think Paige. It did.
At the begining, I thought it was Allie. It sounded to me exactly like Allie's voice.
really
It sounded
did.
like all of them, honestly, compiled into one person.
It sounded like Allie, but then the lips looked like Paige, so then I don't know.
The
so
lips
funny.
look really deformed.
I was like, this is Paige.
I feel like it's so unrealistic, because like if that were me and I got a FaceTime call from my face my face is completely stoic and my mouth is like
honestly, A is a loser and has way too much time
I
on
would
their
laugh.
hands.
I'd be like, what would I even say to that? And I feel like they're trying to make it so scary. Like, Arya's like, why are you doing this? But all I can look at is this weird animatronic face that's her face with a different mouth. It just, I don't buy any of it.
And I love seeing the technology behind A creating it. Like, come on, give us a break.
With a
like,
laugh.
A's there.
I warned you. I warned you. Anyways, but yeah, so obviously Arya is being blackmailed. We'll get into that a little bit more. But let's talk about Lucas. So we have already talked about how Lucas is definitely involved in this. He's been involved in this for a few seasons now, where they've really gone above and beyond to make sure that we know that he's not totally innocent. I would be very disappointed if he comes out of all of this being AD. We've talked about this a gajillion times. It cannot be Lucas, because they're setting him up like he's super guilty. Therefore, it cannot be him, because I want to be shocked, right?
It's not him, but I think I
definitely
think he's working with A.
See, I don't think he's working for A at all. I think his only connection to this is his connection to Charlotte, then Charles, because he knew Charlotte before her transition, when they were still at camp together. And they made this comic book together.
Which I don't get that at all. Like, when they were so young, how are you that talented? I don't care what kind of a prodigy you are. You're not gonna draw like that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care about how talented. Like, Picasso couldn't draw like that when he was that young.
We're trying to like piece together if Lucas is A and Mova the whole time. It's just like, I really feel like there's two skills for a toddler.
He's so upset about it.
I think like what we both combined our skills
weren't
and put into one
toddlers.
comic book.
They were like,
It's bullshit. Like, when you were 10, did you go and create a comic book with your friend? And how much time do you guys spend together that you made this whole book together?
No, maybe that's why Lucas is like what is he, a graphic designer? He's creative. His creative juices started flowing.
He's not
in
a
10,
graphic designer.
And he took it out in comics.
he's not a graphic designer. Doesn't he work in like technology?
I'm gonna lay it out for you guys.
graphic
I'm gonna lay it out for you guys and exactly what the writers and exactly what Marlene was trying to let us get out of this.
Wow, thank
okay?
you.
I'm gonna lay it all out for you. So you just simmer down and just let me take it over. Okay. So I think what we learned from it is obviously the title of the comic book is I forget what it's called. It's like Archibald or something.
It's
Archer like the show.
it's Arcturus.
Optimus Prime,
Arcturus
something.
or Arcturus.
But I think that's where AD comes from.
Oh, yeah,
that's
actually a good
it's
theory.
not going to be a what is it?
Arya Dominica?
Initials.
It's not gonna be initials. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. And also, it's the story, you guys. It's a story inside the comic book. It was about bullying.
I don't get this story either.
The story is like Lucas and
His life.
Charles
Hannah?
and what they were going through as a kid.
But
so
who
they
was the
took to this-
savior? Like, who's that girl savior?
I think the savior
Hannah,
was
maybe?
either Allison
Hannah.
or Charles's alter ego, which was then became
Well,
Charlotte.
that was poetic for a 10-year-old.
I would totally buy that because I feel like we're gonna find out who the savior was.
Right.
But who was bullying them? Do we know?
I think
At
just
the
like
time, I don't
school.
know.
I don't know, but we
Right.
already know that Lucas grew up to be completely bullied in high school.
Could it be
Right.
Allie?
No, but wasn't Allie the bully?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when
like,
Lucas was in
Herman or
high
something?
school, but did Allie know them when they were at summer camp together?
I kind of feel like
Church
maybe it
camp?
started there and everything started
Maybe.
there. And
Yeah.
It's possible. I just like
alliances started.
obviously we know that Lucas has just been lying for however long. He's literally been lying to everybody, and
I wonder if
especially
he's
to
that
Hannah.
rich.
Well, I mean, now we know that he put their workshop place or
Yeah.
whatever, their factory place, for sale,
Yeah.
and that is definitely going to come up in the next episode.
Right.
Also, the preview, you guys, and we were debating this because I thought Lucas said to the girls, that's why you were being tortured, as in he knows why they were being tortured, as in he's working with A. But then Mova thought that he
I
said
can't remember what I thought.
A was torturing. I don't know. I really thought he said that's why you were being tortured, like he knows the reasoning why.
Yeah. I really
That's what I thought.
I think what does Lucas know? I think he knows about the torturing, or does he not?
No,
what do you mean?
Why they were tortured? I don't think he knows.
No,
he
not
shouldn't
why.
Know that.
But he knows
Does
about
he
the
know about
dollhouse,
the
I'm sure.
Like all the details about the dollhouse?
Yeah. I'm sure he knows a lot
I'm
of
sure
stuff.
he knows that now.
And also, like, you have to ask yourself, when did his relationship with Charlotte end, right? Like, how far are they been friends? Was he friends up until Charlotte died? Or was this like a childhood thing and then they never spoke again, right? Because, like, obviously they were really close as kids. This wasn't like, oh, we just had one summer together and made a comic book. Like, clearly they were tight.
Right.
He was in on the initial A stuff. He
Yeah,
was.
and like remember he had like so much like hatred towards Allison when they were all gathering to meet and talk about Allison for those
Yeah.
weird episodes that like kind of never got resolved.
Well,
but
he was the one that smashed her memorial.
Right.
Way back when.
way back when because he had the dirt on his shoes.
Right.
That was like what, season 1?
Yeah. I'm really impressed by
Damn,
by that, you guys.
That was good.
That was
good.
legit. Season 1. That was
good.
legit. I was graduating high school. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy to
That
think
is
about.
crazy.
Let's not rub that in anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know, we were like in college. like,
Ew.
I'm sorry. I forgot. No, but I'm serious. I'm serious.
Ancient.
That just proves my point, though, that there has been something weird about Lucas all along.
Right.
Therefore, he cannot be the end-all, be-all of this because
No.
I will be pissed.
But he's
No, that was
helping.
not-
But it would be better than Paige. I would definitely be more satisfied with Lucas
Anyone
being A than
predictable,
Paige.
I would hate. I would
Right.
hate for being anyone predictable.
No, it can't be, especially like people that they're just deciding to bring back all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, please don't make it somebody that decided to pop back into these people's lives, right? It makes no sense. All right, so we talked about Arya being blackmailed before, but I will say, her standing up to Ezra.
Yes, queen.
That was a long time coming.
Yes.
That was so
Yeah.
empowering and so amazing because as much as I can understand the struggle that Ezra is going through.
Never let a man talk to you that way.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I mean-
and he didn't have like. He wasn't like, I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
boo.
He wasn't-
I have to
yeah.
go. Because even if you want to like fix your morality and
Yeah.
like feel good about yourself and you need to do this, like your significant other maybe should understand that.
Yeah.
But he should have been sorry and sympathized with like
Right.
why this could be hurtful
Well, I
to
think
Arya.
when he
And
got
you were just, like,
defensive-
talk when we get back.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think he got defensive because he knew in his heart that like
it was wrong. Yeah.
or that he was hurting her.
Yeah.
But I just liked it because for the past few episodes she's just been like, okay, go.
Right.
Like I totally get it. You got to see her. I get it. She's going through all this crap. But at some point you have to be like, all right, your relationship with her is done.
Yeah.
She can come get her
This is
stuff.
your ex-girlfriend while you're engaged. You
ridiculous.
should not.
You can meet
your
her.
loyalty is not to them
No.
anymore.
Right.
And like her parents are calling him.
That
to-
is so loserish.
So
like, get over him.
inappropriate.
Yeah. And it's
No.
just, I mean, like she said Nicole wants you to come back, and he said no, her parents do. But like, there is only a few times that any normal, sane woman who's engaged to a man can handle.
Yeah.
She
Maybe
can come pick up her
once.
stuff. She can drop off a
Maybe
key.
once.
You can have maybe one lunch with her
Right.
where you're like, okay, this is actually done. I've moved on. But if that were me, I mean, like, I'm freaking insane.
You guys, what
I
was
would
the
lose my
end of
mind.
the Arya her combo again? What was the end of that? Like,
How it
coming back-
ended?
Yeah, how
so
did,
the flight got
No.
delayed.
Arya and Nicole is what I mean.
Oh.
What was the end of that?
She
There
just like,
wasn't.
had a knife and then she was like, she went to bed.
We never
Yeah.
found out what they talked about.
No.
Nothing
She
or
just
anything.
said when Ezra got home, Arya just told Ezra like she's sleeping upstairs, blah blah blah.
That was a
So
weird...
did she come to see Ezra?
Yes.
But Ezra was with her in New York.
Right, she
Because
left.
she went crazy.
Supposedly.
She went off her rocker, yeah.
Okay, so
I think
that's
that
all
was
we were
the point
supposed
of
to
that
get
scene.
from that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was like kind of...
Yeah.
If she
didn't
was
need
back
that.
though, then where was Ezra?
He was on his way back.
Okay.
But she had like fled. She like ran out of a
no.
psychologist meeting or something.
Ezra had gone to New York to be with her. And he only left to come home because he heard
That she left. Right,
So
because
that's
she
why I'm like,
split.
why would she have left to go get Ezra if he was already with her in New York?
No, I
Because
think
she
she
lost
came-
her mind.
So
And
we
she
really
probably
okay.
wanted to see Arya or something, or didn't know about, or I don't know, like probably...
I just don't really
No,
get the
Ezra
point,
said
like-
she found the thing, right?
Why would she
Found
do
She
what?
that?
found the paper, or she found the story.
Oh, the book.
She found the book.
That's
what it
right.
was.
She found the book and
We're
she gave
getting with it, you guys.
Yeah, girl.
She found the book, and
okay,
so that's
sorry.
probably why she like went crazy and she wanted to go see
Yeah.
Arya
Yeah. Right.
and all this stuff.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
like, poor Nicole. I feel bad for her, right?
Eh.
Girl was captured by crazy people, and then what was the word of the year last year? Indigenous versus Aborigines. We learned the definitions of both. But she was captured by crazy people, and she is rescued only to find out that her boyfriend, when she was captured, is engaged to somebody else. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That freaking sucks.
But it is what it is.
Exactly, it is what it is. And Arya and Ezra were always meant to be together.
Oh, and her freaking line where she was like, do you really think, Ezra, that her parents can't figure this out on their
Yeah.
own is so
Right.
true. Like, if
It's
they're not
so
together
true.
anymore, you have no reason to be
Yeah.
calling her
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend.
And it's been like,
to
what,
stuff.
4 times? Like, when are you going to get
And
over it, dude?
it's not across the street. It's all the way across.
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. Those
Well, I just
parents,
think he
man.
feels, he feels
parents
really
are
bad,
bad.
right? That's what we're supposed to get from it. He feels
Yeah.
really bad, and there's a bunch of conflict between them. But now that that's over, do you guys think that Nicole is done for the rest of the season?
Yes,
better
but
be. I'm
also,
so
P.S.
over her.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but just remember, he feels guilty because they got into a fight before she was captured. Is that the guilt? That's
Well,
it?
he left, right? He left because she.
Thinking that she was dead and, like, moved on.
But no,
no,
he left
there was
too.
guilt about
He
her
left.
getting captured. He had.
Yeah, because he left.
Why did I say that like Yoda? There was-
I guess they were supposed to come. They were supposed to come back to the U.S. and she wanted to stay or something. There was something like that because he had these flashbacks of
And
him
then the
leaving.
fight.
There was like a fight. Yeah.
So he left her there.
He
and then
left
she
her
got
there,
captured.
and she got captured
And that's why
like
he's
the
upset.
next day or
Okay.
like later that day or something.
Okay, so
Well,
that's why
it
he has
wasn't
the
his
guilt,
fault,
and that's why
though.
he's
Like,
being so
it's
nice.
not his fault.
Right.
I
It's
should
not
just
his
talk
fault.
to him. It's not his
Yeah,
fault.
let's call him
Call
up.
Ezra.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then also speaking of Arya, before we move on, the whole locker thing. So she
That was
gets
so That was
weird.
214, which is the number that always pops up in PLL. You guys all know it. It's the number of the freaking hotel room.
yeah.
It's the number of like
Right.
Everything.
so many things in Pretty Little Liars. But the most recent one before this was the hotel room. And there's something last season too. You guys will have to tweet us and let us know.
Wait, really fast. 214 is February 14th. That's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Do we
I
think
just
it's
put
gonna...
that together. I think it's a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to. There's got to be something
Something
attached
bad
to
that
that
happened to A on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, maybe that would be really good.
that, yeah.
But it's 214's been the number since A was A, and now this is AD. So then it makes you
Right,
think
they're all
like,
of
is
the
there
same
some
number?
connection between AD and A because we thought we found A when we realized
Yeah,
it was Charlotte.
right.
So like it's just annoying because I'm like, all right, this number pops up again. That makes you think that there's a connection now between.
yeah.
But
this
the
new-
locker
this-
thing was terrible. Like,
Right, that she turned around and there was a.
it's like, and she was like, oh my God, there's someone down the hallway. Like, that was really unrealistic.
Yeah, like
I
Harry
have, like, that was-
Houdini looking ass,
Yeah.
like just shoved a locker
That
in there
was so
before you could know.
unrealistic.
She did
Right.
go away first, though.
Oh,
and then she
probably.
turned
But
back.
there
like
wasn't
that
one in the
moment.
hallway.
No.
No.
That was legitimately less than 10 seconds.
Unless
why
it
would-
was a different locker, we missed it. Unless
Maybe
she
it
like,
could have been that, but what would
unless she
inspire her to turn
opened
back?
214 and maybe she was like, oh, maybe I'll check my old locker. And then when she opened it, there was a black
Maybe,
hoodie.
but they didn't
it
do
was
a
That
good
sounds
job.
more like realistic.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe we were
Also, is that one of
low-key
those
not paying
trendy hoodies that have like cut off sleeves, you know?
Oh, ew.
I don't
I feel like it was. I really feel like it
could be.
I thought it didn't have sleeves. I was like,
thought it
wow,
had sleeves.
edgy of you, PLL. Like,
like-
you got a cool sweatshirt.
A's got fashion.
Yeah.
Switch up the hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like what's supposed to imply that A wants Arya to jump on board and become one of A's
helping.
minions,
Yeah.
right?
And
I
against the
do
girls.
love this storyline, though. I do
Yeah,
love that
I do
Arya's
too.
going
Against
me too.
them, me too.
And the fact that we were all like, "Oh, who stole the comic book?" And then it's like, "Oh, damn, it was Arya."
But actually, Spencer's going against them now too. If she has
Yes.
secrets,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're
Side
all going
note, do you
again.
guys think, are we going to talk about Detective Marco? Like,
Yeah.
do we think that he's using her?
No, I don't think he's using
Yeah,
her. I
I
think he
think that
legit
he
knows
is.
now.
Let's get into Detective Marco in a second because there's so much to talk about with that. Really quick before we get there, let's talk about like Snorefest 2017. Paige.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's done though now.
It's so done. Okay, so I will say it was kind of cool for Paige and Allie to like resolve their differences. I feel like they tied up that storyline with a nice little bow.
I loved that. Yeah.
So I did really like their moment.
Imagine if they made out.
But as soon as Allie, but it's like make out. As soon as Allie started talking about Emily, I was like, okay, this has clearly solidified everything we've already known, which is Emison is endgame.
That was the official start of Emison being endgame.
But this
like it started, but the start of
you
the
said
end?
Emison is endgame.
Oh, did I say that? I like that. Emison is endgame.
No, but
wait, what do you
seriously,
say? Wait, what is the beginning of the what?
I feel like even though Emison was already a thing,
Allie's like speech about Emily.
It's the beginning of them being endgame.
Yes,
Okay.
because she admitted to basically loving Emily.
Which is big, you know,
and came to
because-
the realization herself.
You think that's when she literally came
That's
to
when
it?
she realized
Yeah,
it.
because Allie's always been. It's so hard to trust her with Emily because they've had really great moments together, and then other times she is really defensive. And then she had Rollins, and clearly had supposedly moved on, and then she's had these couple of moments, and Emily's kind of always been very loyal to her, like just following around, and that's why fans get so annoyed because we're all like,
Emily.
okay, girl, like stand up for yourself now. It's about high time that she stops stringing you along.
Yeah.
And I think tonight it was a different kind of approach to it because Allie got emotional and. It was even more significant because Paige was the one asking Allie, like, do you love her? Like, this is the last thing I need to know before I say goodbye forever.
I just really did think this whole time, though, that Allie didn't love Emily. Like, I really, truly believed that Allie was just using, like, that's, like, totally new news to me.
I think that she likes the attention. I think Allie has always liked attention, so the fact that Emily gives her extra attention, I think that it's intriguing to her.
Okay.
And maybe,
Also,
like, she just likes her.
This is the
So
5
she
year
is a
forward
lesbian.
Allie. Like, this is the not high school Allie. This is the more mature Allie. And
So
she even
maybe
admitted
it's
she was like,
changed. Yeah. Right.
So I think her views on Emily have changed and that she's almost grown into this love. Emily's always loved Allison, but Allison has to like consider.
I get it.
It does take 5 years to figure it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
But
so they're
by
definitely going to
Paige.
have that baby. Now
Right.
the only question that remains is who the F is the father?
Right?
Yeah.
Should we all take, like, a guess? Our best guess.
I can't even come up with it.
Right, because they're technically like both mommies in a sense. Like it's actually Emily's DNA. So this baby has zero Allie
like,
DNA.
yeah, isn't that bizarre?
Yeah,
Like,
but
it
she is
literally
like the
isn't Allie's-
surrogate.
Yeah, surrogate, yeah.
Sure,
She's a
but
surrogate,
people
so
are,
she could be like the surrogate mother.
right, but the surrogate moms, for the most part, aren't that attached to the kid because a lot of surrogates give they're giving someone else their child most of the time. So that's why I'm like, even though they're going to raise it together, Allie and Emily, I'm like, Allie's kind of probably not going to be that attached to this kid
I think
if
that
it's
she
not her
will,
like.
because
Yeah, I mean it's the same.
What
it's
am
the
I
same as
saying?
like
People are
adopting a child,
yeah.
right?
So scratch everything I just
But
said.
yeah, I have
But I know what you
no
mean
theory.
though. Like it must be kind of weird for Allison to think she was pregnant with one person, which already was difficult for her because
Right, she thought it was her.
Right, so now she's finding out,
That's kinda
she's dealing with the fact that, which is probably why she was deciding what to do with this, because she's now dealing with the fact that not only is the baby not hers and Rollins, it's not hers at all.
I know,
So
it's
that
like
means that it has zero of her DNA. She probably feels completely violated the way Emily. Emily. I was like, Emily. The way Emily said she felt violated, right? So I think that's like legit. I don't blame her for considering abortion because I don't know how I would feel in that situation to find out the baby that I'm carrying doesn't belong to me.
That's
of
weird.
course,
Emily
yeah.
was the one who really wanted to have it because it's her DNA. Do you
Right.
think?
So if they can get through this, they can get through anything.
Well, it's probably
you know
also
what I'm
really
saying?
exciting for them if she really loves Emily, like there's probably like a wet dream for her, because it's like, oh, I'm having a baby with the person I love rather than like some weird dead guy.
Totally.
Well, except though we still don't know.
Yeah, so who do we
the
think?
dad
Who
is.
do we think?
Why now? Why
if
this
it's-
sperm?
Why now?
Why now?
Why
Did
this
you
watch
sperm?
Did you watch it? She has no idea
You
what I'm talking
had
about.
one job. It's been
Come on.
2 weeks.
Legally blonde.
Okay.
Also, you guys, there's this epic, real side note, real quick. There's this epic side-by-side of Donald Trump literally
I have no idea where
ripping
you're going with
off
this.
Elle Woods'
Lines?
Legally Blonde
Stop it.
speech. It is so freaking good.
The one, the Harvard, like the tape of Harvard.
It's one of her speeches that she does in the show.
That
The very end
so
one,
funny.
I'm pretty sure it's the very end one. I just watched it. I watched it like a gajillion times.
And they find out about the perm thing.
No, it's not that one. It's not that one. But you guys, they do it line by line. They do the speeches line by line, and it's legitimately the best thing ever.
I need to.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. It's so good.
Anyways.
So, what were we talking about?
Oh, the dad. Who do we think the dad is?
Yeah,
Who do we
the
think
dad.
So their theory is Lucas.
Which is weird.
Lame AF.
Don't like it.
So I would hate that. I couldn't come up with anything else though.
Well, I want it to be Ren because that kid would have the best freaking genes ever.
Ooh, he is very good.
I really hope it's not
Ren is
Lucas.
the
That'd be
best-looking one
freaking
on that whole
weird. I
show.
really hope it's not Rollins either, because that's also weird because he's dead.
It's not
It's not
Rollins.
It's not
They will
Rollins
not
because they
do
did
the
a
blood
DNA
type.
test.
But actually, if
that's
they did a DNA test, they would know who the dad is.
No, but they
And
did
you
a
guys-
blood
Test
type.
or something.
Really quick. You don't. Okay, this is gonna sound terrible because after everything I
Go
just
on.
said, you don't for a second maybe think Allie lied to Emily at all about the results of that test.
And it really
Love
was Dr. Rollins.
Because it did cross my mind when she said,
Congratulations, you're a mom.
yeah, but before that, Emily was like, we should find out for sure, blood test or whatever. And Allie straight up said, it's yours.
Oh.
And she was reluctant to get the test. And then when she said, congrats, you're a mom, if I were Emily, I'd be like, I would like to go to a doctor's appointment with you and
right,
see for myself.
And see the paper.
That's
And
true.
see the paper. I don't want to believe that that's a possibility, but
I do.
also, I mean, you have to take Allie for what she is, right? And
That's accurate.
I do believe that she loves Emily, and that
Yeah.
would be maybe a reason for her to lie.
Maybe that's why
Because if it
she's
was
struggling.
Dr. Rollins, then Emily would want to abort it.
Ooh.
Probably.
Like, is that why she's lying to Emily? Because she wants to have a baby with Emily. So she's saying, it's not Dr. Rollins, so we should have it, right? It's not a bad baby. That's so messed
Yeah, no,
up.
that totally makes sense. Yeah, I like it.
It's not tainted.
I
don't
was
know.
thinking more about lying about the entire thing.
Oh, that she's not even freaking pregnant?
No, that she is pregnant, but that it's Emily's eggs in the first place.
That it's not Emily's eggs.
Because
Yeah,
that's why
Oh.
they decided to have a blood test to find out exactly
About
what was
Emily.
going on.
Okay.
Right.
Oh.
So I did cross my mind. I don't want to believe it, but it definitely did. It definitely did cross my mind.
Love it.
All right, before we go to break, let's just quickly talk about Spencer and Detective Marco. So, Detective Marco totally knows that Spencer's guilty, 100%.
Right, yeah.
Because, as we called last year, we were like, what if Spencer used the wrong credit card to pay for the drinks? We all said it on the after show, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened.
And her signature is like the most intricate signature. Like my
Yeah.
signature is 2 letters, and
Me
like
too.
if someone forged
Yeah.
it,
We shouldn't say that
I
on
know we shouldn't say that, but like hers was like Spencer Hastings.
Yeah.
There's no mistake.
Yeah, and he's like following her now. He knows something is up. And I also think it's interesting that Spencer met up with Ren after that. I just feel like it's a little bit weird why she would go meet up with Ren directly after finding out that Detective Marco was onto her.
Wait, what are you saying, though? Why would that?
I don't
what-
know. It's just
what's
like
weird about
interesting
that?
because we don't really know why
Right,
she met up with
exactly.
Ren.
Or it's like
Oh.
it could bring us back to the theory of Archer and Ren being related. Like,
Right.
if she killed Archer, like,
Yes.
why would she want to talk to Ren? Like,
Right.
maybe she knows something, or
Yeah, and we're being super stereotypical by saying that just because they're literally both
Oh,
British.
guys,
Well,
wait,
they're
can we
both
backtrack
very
for 1
looking.
second? Sorry, you guys were probably blowing up the feed.
Mama Lamontagne.
Mama Lamontagne coming in to save the day.
Yeah.
The reason why Nicole went back to the apartment was because that's where her and Ezra lived before.
Oh, and she wanted to like
Yeah.
have vibes and stuff.
Right, but why would
Right.
you go there?
Nicole went back to the apartment because she lived there.
Because
Yeah, right.
before the
because-
accident,
okay,
she
Yeah,
wanted
she
to
just
feel
wanted to
Well,
go
that's what we
home.
said. That's what we
Okay.
said 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. We were like,
Right,
that's, remember?
right.
But my
it still doesn't really make sense.
Yeah,
though,
because
as to
my thought was
why
now
she would run away. Yeah.
Because she was staying with her parents
Right,
and
right,
like
okay.
under psychiatric care, so it still wouldn't make sense for her to literally dip out because it's not like she was walking around freely. They were like, "You can go home now."
Right.
She was literally under medical watch when she left.
Makes sense,
Wherever
yeah.
New York, wherever she was.
Can they get a new house? Because ew,
Yeah.
Ezra,
Right?
you live there with like every single
Seriously.
girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
hope that they got a
The
new
sperm
bed.
is
That's
in the
all.
bed, and then they are
Right?
together in the bed, and it's too much.
I'm sure
It's
he
too
changed
much.
the sheets, Steph.
Sperms are so small. I feel like they can just still live
Sperms
there
are so
even after.
small.
They
a
really
lot.
are. They could really weasel their way through anything.
They could weasel their way in those
How do I
sheets.
know? Really? Really?
You can't see a sperm. Anyways.
Wait,
Anyway,
say your
that's
thing
another
about
lesson for-
Detective Marco and his like,
Oh yeah, I think that
ulterior
he's
motives.
using Spencer. Like he knew all along that Spencer was involved, so he was like, "Hey,
That's
I'm gonna
effed
bone
up.
this girl, and I'm gonna get more information."
So really, yeah, he wasn't into her.
That's
I think
so
he just wanted to solve the case
rude.
with
I know,
her.
it's
But I
so
totally
rude.
believe it
Yeah.
because
He seemed
he came in
he
like
did.
hot and defensive and
Yeah.
aggressive when he.
Yeah.
I think it made it
He
seem
should
like all
have been
he.
sad, is what he should have
Yeah,
been like. Oh,
Yeah.
but
you're
it
the
made it
bad
seem like you're
guy.
right.
Like,
He'd
you
been
know,
using her
that's
from
so
the
sad.
beginning,
Yeah.
from the night that they first met.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was almost as if he was waiting to find
Yeah,
that signature.
yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
freaking waiting for it.
Yeah.
And that just makes me hate him even more.
Well, he hasn't seen the
like Nick, we
signature.
love you, but like Detective Marco can suck it.
Maybe that's what she was meeting with Ren for, to try to like get someone to pull the papers
Yeah.
before Detective Marco gets him, because he was waiting for a copy of the receipt.
He is,
for the signature.
Oh.
Yeah.
How would Ren be able to do
I
that?
don't know. He's a doctor. He's connected.
Very interesting. Lots of
Mova's
stuff.
solution for
Lots
all
of
things.
things.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, we should probably get Nick back on the show ASAP.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I
Guys,
know
tweet
he's-
him.
Yeah,
Well, I
tweet
know he's
him.
like really busy, like him, like
Too busy for us?
yeah, they're having a baby. I mean, we
You
can
had a
give him-
baby and you're still here. That's all I'm saying. Baby schmaybe, you know?
Maybe.
I did come back to work 6 days after Harrison
I
was
know.
born.
So,
We did.
Nick,
That's
you
right.
didn't even birth anybody.
Oh my God.
Nick,
I hope
no,
he's not
okay,
watching
Nick,
this episode.
Nick,
Side note, we would
seriously,
love you on the show.
we would love to have you back. Please excuse Stephanie. She just really misses you, clearly.
no.
All right, you guys, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna take some Twitter questions. So hashtag PLLAS. Some really good stuff coming in and lots of reminders because we messed up a couple things. So that's good.
Great.
Hashtag PLLAS and we'll be back. Right now, you guys gotta check out Hey Queen, Hot Tea.
I'm spilling the tea. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
It's Hey Queen Hot Tea, the show where we sip steaming hot celebrity lies and throw Hollywood shade. I'm your host, Mr. Johnny McGovern, with my favorite hilarious people, Julie Goldman, Lady Red Couture, the beautiful Brandy Howard.
Oh God, it's so hot. I don't want to touch it, but I just can't resist.
Real Housewives, real plastic surgery. Richard Simmons transition.
She looks like Kelly Osbourne.
Trixie Mattel. Manila Luzon. Brandy's bad news boyfriend is
Callum Best. Obviously, he's good at what he does because he's fucked the best of the best.
Kylie, Chloe, and Kim have not gotten near a white dick since junior high.
Release the Kraken.
I cannot deal with that at all. I will go crazy. It's making me crazy right now, and now I'm insane.
Oh, but if you want the tea, honey, the total tea, girl. No O's, honey, the tea.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, so let's get into some of these. I really like this one. So you have to tell me. I always say Fina Juliana, but if I'm saying that wrong, just let me know. Isn't that supposed to pop up there? Maybe
How's
not.
she going to say that? She's going to spell it out for you and you're like, yeah, that's
she's
what
gonna,
I'm saying.
she's gonna
Phonetically.
type it out phonetically.
Okay, moving on.
Duh. Anyways, so she says, remember the Ezra is A reveal? There was a picture of Spencer and Ren together, so clearly Ezra knows who Ren is.
Oh, now that's some detective work.
That is some great detective. But that doesn't necessarily, like, if I see a picture of my friends together on Facebook, my friend with someone, and then, like, I see them, like, months later, I'm not necessarily going to remember that face, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't remember all of your friends'
No, they
friends.
could have met in, like, for a second.
Oh, wait. Ren and Ezra were in the picture together?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
So maybe
there's a picture of, Ren and Spencer.
Ren and Spencer,
so,
but
like, just because you
during
see a
that-
picture of someone. like,
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. It's
I
possible.
still think they know each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
I like that.
I would like
I
that
would
a
like that
lot.
too, but it
Okay,
didn't seem
well,
like they did know
don't,
each other.
so we're going to move on.
There's a really good one here. Okay. So, at Clever Babes says, missed Caleb and Toby this episode, but loved Mona. She's still crazy.
Yes!
Though.
Yes.
I was, you guys.
She's like, I wish I would have come up with this.
She's such a
yeah.
nerd, but in the best way. Like, oh my
That-
God, that was so good.
That, but also I liked her thing that she was like, I'm like recovering addict. Like it's an addiction. And I was like, right, you were a crazy
She was
bitch.
taking pictures of the whole game like it was inspiring her or something.
But
And
like I
Hannah-
like that they tied that in to crazy Mona because they always try to make us forget about that. I'm like, yeah, she's a recovering psychopath.
Yeah, she's still psycho.
But
There's
I
still
love
kind of
how-
psycho
yeah, there's
left.
still a little psycho.
I love how Hannah was being manipulative and was like, but how good are you going to feel once you defeat it? I was like, oh, Hannah knows how to get there.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe that's Hannah's way of being like, because Hannah did give Mona a weird look. There was a moment where she was taking pictures. Hannah walked to the window and she looked back at Mona like
calculatingly.
Like, why is she doing this? Yeah, and maybe this is Hannah's way of being like, bitch, what do you know? And is this the way of...
really?
Yeah.
I think she just thinks Mona's really smart.
I don't think Mona's A, but like, you know, when have we ever really been able to trust her? Or like, she's always been back and forth on all the teams.
Yeah,
Totally.
but I think Hannah is smart to realize that Mona can think like psychopathic A, and so she
maybe
wants
that's
her on her
what's-
side.
You're right.
You
That
know?
could be true.
I feel like she was, that was
Yeah.
smart.
All right. So at JMO210 says, I think Marco will end up protecting the girls unless AD kills him first. And I'm thinking that would be so sad. But we haven't had a death in a while.
Really? No. We're used to all these deaths.
I mean, like Yvonne died.
Yvonne, yeah.
But but like not. I mean, technically, it could be because of AD. We don't actually know what caused the accident. But you know, like no one's died in a horrific AD kind of murder way in a little bit.
Right.
So it would be really sad and scary if Detective Marco is killed because he knows too much.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Very interesting. All right. Alivato JM says, could it be possible that more liars are secretly on the AD team and Arya is just the latest addition? I really like that too.
Good twist.
Oh, that is a good twist.
Yeah, like we always say like, oh, Arya would be the one, but what if there's more?
I would not be surprised if Spencer got this same ultimatum. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't sound right coming out of my mouth. But I wouldn't be surprised if Spencer had gotten that ultimatum before Arya, and that's
and she's been working on
and
her
maybe
own.
that's why she's talking with Ren, and all this is happening. We just never saw it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
At Hayes_Cupcake says, Charlotte could be the father, though she transitioned. It could be her sperm from before when she was male. What do you think?
Yes. I love that
Dude,
idea.
that's for sure it.
I love that.
That's for sure it.
I love that.
And it's like
You're a
happy,
genius,
sad,
Cupcake.
because he was bad, but then we understood where he's coming from, so the baby isn't tainted. Like, do you know what I mean?
I totally love that theory.
Yeah. Okay, listen to this, because I've seen this now.
Totally who it is.
I've seen this now a couple times tonight.
Glad we solved that.
So, at halfway to somewhere, Stephanie says, I feel like that wasn't Spencer at the airport. Whether it's a twin or a split personality, the demeanor didn't seem like Spencer.
You're right, because I thought it's so weird to just get approached by Detective Marco like that, and then all of a sudden,
Detective
next scene,
Marco. Oh yeah.
and then all of a sudden, next scene, be like, "Oh, hi, Ezra." Like, P.S. Don't mention this to the girls.
Right.
It's like you low-key
should be
just got
freaked
like,
out. Yeah.
like you're a murderer.
Yeah, no, I get it, but I feel like she was trying to I feel like she was trying to cover something, so she was trying to be extra normal.
Yeah.
So I could see if she was freaking out internally, but trying to put on a front so that Ezra didn't tell the girls.
I mean, it's possible, but she did.
The whole thing, she definitely was acting weird. Like, you know? Like,
Yeah.
she was
acting
acting
weird
weird at the airport.
Yeah, she definitely was.
Yeah. At So Far So Good X says, when Mona was looking at the game, there was a clear shot of her staring at the church. Do you think she killed Charlotte?
Maybe.
Oh wait, who was staring at the church?
Mona.
She killed Charlotte.
Do we know Arya killed Charlotte? Okay.
I was just going to say that.
I mean, didn't Arya kill Charlotte? Or am I crazy?
And that's the blackmail,
Arya
that she's a
killed
murderer.
Charlotte. That's what I thought. I could totally be wrong.
That
because
was
it's
just
been a while ago.
That was
It was
just
like
a
a really good
rumor. We
theory.
don't-
No, because even in
But it
this
was a
last
good theory.
episode, they said something about Arya's fingerprints at the church.
My guess is that
totally be
Lucas
wrong.
killed Charlotte. I know that they were friends, but I wish I was trying to find the tweet, but someone said what Lucas actually said was, I was the reason why you were tortured. That's what they
Not
thought.
that was the reason why.
Right, I was the reason why you were tortured. So maybe Lucas, I still don't know. I need to go back and watch the preview. I can't find the tweet.
I need to too.
I think it was kill after Charlotte said it.
Why would Lucas be the one? Reason. Do we know yet? We just
I don't know. I'm just
Because
trying to
technically
say
the
like.
one who tortured them was Charlotte.
Right.
But maybe
Right.
Lucas was trying to protect the girls this whole time.
It's possible. Here at Miss Carrie Mack says in the promo for next week, Lucas had the comic book, the same comic book Arya just gave AD.
Right.
And he does say in the promo, this is why you were tortured or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was talking to Hanna, right?
No, he was talking
Remember
to
Hanna
all
got
of
the
them.
worst torture out of all of them.
I know, but no, they
right.
were all lined up, and he was frantically in the preview for next week. He was frantically looking around his house for that freaking comic book, and then he had the confrontation with them, and that's why I think it's all going to be out in the open next episode when they all acknowledge they know the comic book stuff, and then he's going to explain his
how would he have gotten
involvement.
the comic book back unless he was A? Because Arya put it in the locker
I don't
for
know
A.
if he
How
did
did
he
he
get it
get it back?
Well,
I
maybe
thought
that
he was
will-
just looking for it.
But they may cover that like in the
okay.
beginning part of next week's episode.
Yeah,
how
it's
he gets
possible.
back. You know, so.
At Jay's View says, why did AD have Arya meet at the school? Paige could be behind this because she works there. Or Paige must be behind this because she works there. It's possible. And you
When
did
did
think
Arya
that
go
that
there? Oh, yeah,
to
yeah,
the
the
locker
locker.
when the magical sweater showed
Yeah,
up.
The
that
trendy
was so
sweatshirt?
cheesy, I can't.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here.
Shake him, girl. Shake him.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
There's a lot of stuff about this promo about Lucas with people saying that they also think that he's talking to Hanna because Hanna was the one that couldn't get over that for the most or whatever. Let's see here. And then to the Toby and Nicole thing. How come you don't think that Toby and Nicole have been addressed? Like, isn't that kind of weird?
Oh, sorry. It was Becca Dawn who said that. Thank you, girl. Thanks for.
Wait, say that again?
Like the
Rebecca Dawn, I get it.
fact that like Toby and Nicole like haven't come up at all.
This episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I was
It's
like,
kinda
where's
weird.
Toby? It is weird. It is
Right?
weird.
Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
mourning Yvonne's death.
They have weeks.
Something's gonna go down like seriously between Marco and Spencer, and Toby's
Toby.
gonna have to come save the day.
Yeah,
And
that'll
doesn't
be
Toby work under Marco? Oh, well, yeah, because he's a detective. He's like higher up at the police station.
Oh yeah, Toby's a policeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, how come they haven't had scenes together?
Yeah. I
Right?
hope that drama hits the fan too.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he doesn't work for the Rosewood Police anymore though because they were gonna move.
Oh, maybe.
I don't
Well, I
know.
feel like we're destined for some Toby
some juice.
detective.
Ooh, this is good. So at DDD92 says Lucas was saying that's why Hanna was tortured. His affection for her made AD mad. So that could be interesting.
Because AD loves the girls so much, so anyone else like Lucas
Or
interfering.
AD loves Lucas so much.
Okay, no. AD is obsessed with the girls, loves the girls, and he's
Because
jealous.
at that point,
I don't
wasn't it Charlotte? Did
Do you think
Charlotte
Cece was in love with Lucas?
That could make sense. That could make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because if he was
And she
saying
was
this is
jealous
why
of
this
Hanna?
is why you were tortured, referring to the dollhouse, referring to the dollhouse,
yeah,
right?
that's what
Because
I'm
Charlotte,
thinking.
yeah, because
Right.
that would make a lot of sense.
Oh, and
if
it
he's
would
referring to AD now, I'm not sure how that would fit in. But if he's referring to the dollhouse, that's what you're saying
Yeah.
because Charlotte would
the-
be jealous because
they were best friends.
or she maybe was always in love with Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like
And Lucas is also gay.
that. Okay.
I mean, he might not be gay, but like, you know,
Or
your friend
he's
can
totally
like
gay.
you,
I
like
think
to be
the
straight.
sadness was that he's straight and
Yeah, and she couldn't get
All right, yeah, that's way
Oh
more
my God,
likely.
and then that's why she became a girl, so she could get
I just want
Lucas?
everyone to have a person.
I know I do too. They will. They'll do it. In, like,
And
the last
Cece kind of
episode.
looks like Hannah, just like a little bit.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
blonde hair.
definitely.
Yeah.
Should we throw shout outs in between you guys? Because I have one. Maya Ritchie. my
Yeah, I'll do
girl.
a couple. At Jada_5, at MOC_, at Chelsea_Klotz, at MF_Ragdoll, at Prism Perry, at Angel Cullen _94, at Hannah Lily J, World_PLLAS, PLL fan _PLL. Always _PLL_fan, Becca Dawn, Riverdale X Liars,
Ooh, I
that's
need to catch up on
Daniela.
Riverdale.
Hey, it's Cupcake as per usual.
Yes,
Love
at
you.
Yikes Shelly, at Sarah Seidel Rules, at Talking Toast 25, at Zanath Kaderi, at Ash GT Live. I know that name. I should know it by now. I really apologize. I really feel like it's Zanath Kaderi.
That's my cousin.
Is it?
I'm just making that up.
You can't just assume every Middle Eastern person's your
yes,
cousin.
I
At
Multi fandom and Lucy Bolig, really fast.
at Samantha Otto 18, at PLLAS_99, Anybody else I'm missing here?
There was one girl that wrote us like before, and she said that she's worried that she'll never get a shout out, and she's been watching us the whole time.
Oh yeah, because she has sports. She has sports or something.
She has extracurriculars.
Yes, she has extracurriculars.
Find her. Move.
Oh God, I
You gotta screenshot these
It's
things.
I've never done that.
Just
it's really
yeah,
bad.
screenshot it so you remember.
You guys, here. It was Talking Toast 25. Can I please have a shout out? Due to my sports, I won't be able to watch PLLAS live anymore. Is there another person?
Keep doing those sports, and we're always here when you need us.
This girl.
I'm a motivational person.
What sports? I'm curious.
At Taco Dell, at greenfluff_23, at Arzola Mark, at Miss Molly Bruton.
Oh, and I also got Jane Horan.
Leo Keys.
Her name was Jane Horan.
Oh, really?
What's up, Jane?
Yay,
yeah.
Jane!
Love it. Jane.
Hey guys, I love you all. I'm really hungry though.
I know.
I'm super hungry. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Burrito bowl sounds so good. Steak burrito bowl, and I don't even like meat. I'm increasing my iron level.
You need to increase your iron.
You're craving meat because of the iron.
You are.
I'm so excited.
I was like super anemic when I was pregnant, and
Yeah,
like
that's what I am.
had to force myself to eat meat, even
I
though
just
it
don't
totally
like
grossed
it. I
me
mean,
out.
but steak sounds good right now. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
go
gonna go
eat
eat
burrito bowl.
dinner, and then we'll talk to you guys on Twitter.
You guys, I got so many tweets during that's like, when did you have a baby? You guys had a baby. It's time to set the record straight. Because
He's already a year old.
He's literally
He's
almost
like
a year and a half
75.
old, and not a day goes by, not one day goes by that I don't get like, she had a baby? I did. I had a baby. His name is Harrison.
He's
adorbs.
adorbs. Yeah, he's
there
so
are pictures
cute.
on my Insta, but I really appreciate you guys always supporting me. It almost feels like he's a lot younger because I'm always getting congratulations all the time. But yeah, I did have a baby, and people were like, "How come you didn't tell me?" I wasn't trying to hide it. I promise. It took me a while to share him, but I was very open about it as soon as he was born. I just didn't tell anybody I was pregnant because I'm a very private person. So. I
Next
love
time,
you guys.
on the Sinead Show,
Yeah,
we will
next time.
we will tell you more details about her
there
life.
won't be a next time, so don't look forward to the next. But yes, that is why I wasn't trying to hide it from you guys.
We will be talking about her birth next week.
And the placenta. And like
Ew, you guys are disgusting. I will never talk about my placenta. Anyways, you guys, we'll be back next Tuesday. Keep sending your questions, comments, concerns about Pretty Little Liars, and let us know who you think the father is, because
You are not the father.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we should get Maury on the show.
That would be
amazing.
All right, you guys, we love you so much. We'll see you next Tuesday. Ready?
3, 2, 1.